Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's Sunshine Lorena and I'm going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. So guys, this is going to be a vlog of me reading as much as I can for 24 hours. I've not done this in about like a year. I think it was about a year, March last year, that I did like the last kind of 24-hour readathon where I was trying to read as much as I possibly can. So I've been doing reading vlogs, weekly reading vlogs since October, and I did enjoy them to begin with. But I found that I really enjoyed when I did reading vlogs that had a bit of a theme, some sort of challenge. So I'm going to take a break from the weekly vlogging for the moment, just because I feel like you're just seeing all the time the books that I'm almost reading, and whereas with the challenges etc it's a little bit different. So I really do enjoy a good 24-hour readathon. I think they're fun just to see, try and see how much I can read in 24 hours. I always do sleep guys because, you know, I'm not so young anymore. I need to sleep, so I will sleep during these 24 hours, but still I'm going to see how much I can actually read in these 24 hours, and I'm going to try and do a little bit more themed kind of challenge reading vlogs for you guys. So March reading wise has not been the best guys. So already from the end of February I started slumping, and I was slumping for the first few weeks definitely of March, and I've slowly been coming back up, and now I'm finally finished 4 books. Just to point out guys, this is the 25th of March, okay, so we're near the end, okay, 25th of March. Now I'm going to just take you through the books that I'm hoping to read, and what we'll do is I will count up the amount of pages each time like I finish the book etc, so we have a running tally just to see how many pages I actually read in 24 hours. So first of all I have The Ones Are Not by S.J. Bennett, and if you watch my weekly vlogs you're probably like, oh, I recognise that one, and yes, you'll be right. I started this in February, and like I said, I started slumping, so I was very much in and out of this, not constantly reading it, and I still haven't finished it. I have less than 100 pages to go. I'm on chapter 27 on page 242, and there's like 300-ish, 324 pages left. Sorry, I have 80. I have 80, sorry, I'm mathing. I have 80 pages left, so I am definitely going to get this one done this evening. And just to point out, I'm not starting 24 hours right now. I'm going to start around about 8 o'clock. But I'll let you know when I'm starting. So my aim is to get this one done tonight. 80 pages I think is definitely manageable before I sleep. And yeah, so slumping hard, but this is like a cozy mystery where the Queen investigates murder mysteries, and there was one of the guests found dead in the morning from the previous night's like party. Like people stayed over at Windsor Castle, and yeah, I think it is a really fun concept. It's just unfortunately it's been during this period of my slumpiness, so I've been reading this for like basically a month, and it's not the book's fault. It's just, you know, I picked up the wrong time, picked up other books etc. So this first finished, okay? Then I have the next couple ones that I'm hoping to get to this 24 hours, and I'm not too sure that I'd finish both of them, but these are both on my March TBR guys, and we have, you know, we don't have that much time left, okay, of the month, so I want to try and get closer to achieving my TBR, because there's still another book that I have to read as well. No, 2 other books guys, I'm just thinking, so you know, I mean, I'm not going to complete the March TBR, but we're going to try. This is what this is. We're trying to at least make it a reasonable attempt at the March TBR. So what I have here is Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Tales from the Cafe. This is the second one in the series. Before the Coffee Gets Cold is this one here. I read August 20. I love these covers, and I have it in Italian here as well, guys. Also, yeah, no, that's not going to work. But yes, so I bought this like last summer. I haven't read it yet. Like I said, it's on my March TBR. It's translated from Japanese into English. It's roughly about 200 pages, 192, so it is manageable to get done in these 24 hours. This is set in Japan. Like I said, there is this cafe and there's rumours that you can time travel, so people go there to see if it's true, which it is. However, there's very specific rules. You have to sit in a specific seat and get your coffee served a certain way, and you have to get back before the coffee gets cold. You also have to, when you time travel, it's in the cafe, and the person you're going to see must have been in the cafe at some point in the past for you to go and see them. And that's kind of the rules. And in the first one, it was like 4, you have the staff you always have them throughout the whole book, but then we had like 4 separate stories of people time traveling and kind of their stories, their reasons why, which I thought was really interesting, seeing people's different stories and the reasons why they want to time travel. So I assume that this is going to again have around about 4 different stories, but it's still following those main characters that actually work in the cafe. So super excited, and 192 pages, manageable. So these 2, I think, yeah, will be done. The last one is The Lovely Bones by Ella Sewell. I picked this one this month because it's a Rory Gilmore list book. I'm trying to read 10 of those. I have not read any of those this year yet, guys. So this is important. This is important for me to try and read. And what I've done is my library, it has it on audiobooks. I have downloaded it. It is 11.5 hours, guys, but I also listen to audiobooks faster, and especially when I have the physical book, I can get to like 2 times the speed, definitely. Hopefully, it depends on the audiobook. So, you know, we can have it done in like 6 hours if I'm able to do that, but I'm not going to listen to it too fast and not actually take it in. We'll see how it plays out. But yes, so it is potentially manageable to get this done in 24 hours as well. I'm always optimistic at the start of these, and you're probably going to see how downhill this is going to go, but we'll try. In this one, so this is Susie Salmon, Speaking from Heaven, which looks a lot like her school playground, with the good kind of swing sets, counsellors to help newcomers adjust, and friends to room with. Everything Susie wants appears as soon as she thinks of it, except the one thing she wants most, to be back with the people she loved on earth. Watching from her place in heaven, Susie sees her happy suburban family devastated by her death, isolated even from one another as they try to cope with their terrible loss alone. Over the years, her friends and siblings grow up, fall in love, do all the things she never had the chance to do herself, but life is not quite finished with Susie yet. So yeah, I am hoping to like this. I do believe it is a bit sad, so we'll see how it goes when I'm reading it. But yes, these are the books that I'm going to try. Like I said, these 2, yeah. And hopefully this one, I'll get through them, hopefully. And like I said, I'm going to start around about 8 o'clock tonight. I need to wash my hair, do other bits and pieces, so I'm not going to be reading before then, but I will obviously let you know when I'm starting, and we'll start the clock from then. And yeah, that's it. I feel like that's enough information for the moment, and I will update you throughout these 24 hours. And let's hope, guys, let's hope that I can get all of these books done, and my March TBR can start to look not as bad, because like I said, there's no way that I'm going to complete the March TBR, but we'll make it look as good as possible, guys. So thank you. Let's see, come on over this ride with me for these next 24 hours and let's see how I get on. Okay, so it is 9:15. Let me just show you guys. It is 9:15. Can you see? I think that's too bright, but it's 9:15, guys. I've just finished The Winds Are Not. Finally, it's literally been a month. And actually, it finished on page 307. I hadn't realised when I looked at the pages earlier that it actually has like the first kind of little section of the sequel, which is a 3-dog problem. So it's going to be a series, like a cozy mystery series. I don't know if it's always murder, but mystery series. And yes, I enjoyed it. It was nice, fun, light. I love the fact that the Queen is investigating these murder mysteries. I love the fact that like no one knows that she does it, you know, apart from a few select people. I love the fact that like she doesn't take credit for it. And I just feel like, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars. I thought it was really nice, fun, and yeah, it's what I needed. I didn't start at the right time because of the slump, but great. Really, really great. So excellent. I mean, it's just been like an hour and 15 minutes and that's done fantastically. So I am going to be going on to Before the Coffee Gets Cold, Tales from the Cafe. It's 197 pages. So I'm going to sit still in the living room and read a little bit, and then I'm probably gonna get comfy in bed, and we'll see how late I stay up. But I will update you as I'm reading, and yeah, I can't wait to get into this. Like looking forward to it. So we're gonna get onto that one now, and yeah, I'll keep updating you.
Let's go.
So guys, it is just past midnight. It's 4 minutes past midnight, and I am so tired. I need to sleep. I 100% need to go to sleep. But I have gotten up to page 74 in Tales Before the Cafe, and I'm enjoying it. So I've gotten through the first story, which was the best friend. I'm now on the second one, which is mother and son. I'm not that far into it, so I've not got really the details. I enjoyed the best friend one, the reasons why that person wanted to go back in time and how that kind of all panned out. And I like seeing like the people who work in the cafe again, and then also, like I said, I like seeing the reasons why people want to go back in time and how it works out, because everyone seems to have all these different reasons. But I need to sleep, guys. I'm so tired. I need to sleep. But page 74, and like there's 100, I said 192, so I think I've done quite well for this evening. And I totally forgot to mention when I was speaking about this earlier that this is one of my 5-star predictions for this year. I haven't read any of them. I predicted 5, and my plan was to do like read them and then do another set, etc. But this is the first one that I've actually eventually picked up. At the moment, I'm not feeling 5-star vibes at the moment. It's feeling more like 4-star, but I need to see how it pans out, how these other stories are. And yeah, that's it for the moment. I am going to sleep because I'm tired, but I think I'm going to get up around 7:30-ish anyway. Yeah, I will speak to you in the morning. Now 25:09. I don't know if you can see that. 25:09. And yeah, so I've got conditioner in my hair because I've been washing my hair. So I'm going to be sitting and reading for a little bit while we deep condition. So that is why I started The Lovely Bones, because I have the audio book from the library as well. So it was kind of good while washing my hair and stuff. I can listen, and then when I put my products on, you know, could be listening to it. So I'm only like 30 pages into this so far, so really not that far into it. So I don't really have that much opinions at the moment, although so far I'm really enjoying it. The writing, but I mean 30 pages is like literally nothing, but I'm not gelling with it yet. So we'll see how I get on with this throughout the day. In terms of before the coffee gets cold, I've now finished the second kind of story, which was Mother and Son. I enjoyed it. I liked the conclusion of that one, how things kind of turned out. Yeah, I think I said this yesterday, but in this I love how we see why people want to go back, what happens, like how things change for them, and how it all kind of turns out. So yeah, because people go back for various different reasons, and it's never always reasons you think, because I suppose this is very restricted on how, like, where you can go and how long you have, etc. So there's not that much you can do, and you can't change the present, at all, no matter how hard you try. So it's just, yeah, it's very much, yeah, I just enjoy it. I enjoy that. And also, I think I forgot to mention this yesterday, but if I remember correctly, when I read the first one, I think originally it was a play, which is why it's specifically kind of set in one place in the cafe, which you very much feel when you're reading it. I don't know if this was done as a play first, but I'm sure the first one was done as a play. I need to double check. So yeah, I'm now on page 113, and I'm going to go on to the lovers next. And then, what is the last one, guys? It's the lovers, and then the married couple is the last one. So I think the lovers and the married couple they aren't that big stories, because we're now more than halfway through. So the first two definitely were longer. I might, do I read this now and then go back to the Lovely Bones? Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to read this now and then go back to Lovely Bones. Usually when I do these 24-hour readathons, I stick to one book first of all, finish it, and then go to the next one. Whereas when I read normally, I read like multiple books at once, but for these readathons, I always like stick with one, finish it, and then I know it's done. But because of the hair, I went to Lovely Bones. I'm going to read this and then go back to the Lovely Bones. I need to do like washing, hang that up, and I think I'm going to then go for a walk a little bit, come back, have lunch, and then I might sit in the park this afternoon, read, chill, have fun. So that's kind of all the updates for the moment, and yeah, I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Let's go.
I was lazy, so I got myself a McDonald's. It's just after, like, it's like 1:10 now, and I got a vanilla milkshake. It's been ages since I've had one of these. So good. So good. So, first of all, on my walk, I feel like you should all be very proud of me, because I went into the last bookshop. I didn't take any footage because there was quite a few people there. It's a small space, and I feel awkward sometimes filming in public. So, and you should be proud of me. Didn't buy anything, and I've described this before when I've done like my hauls and I've ever had any books from there. Basically, if a box of stories was a bookshop, that would basically be it. Everything is £3. All the books are £3 each. Such a great deal. There's sometimes hardbacks. You do find there's a lot of like lesser known books. I have a few on my shelves that I need to read, which is also why I was like, you can't buy anything. Okay, I was in my head, I was like, no. So yeah, you find like lesser known books, like you would have like box of stories, like, you know, that's why it kind of reminds me of that. But then you also find some other well-knowns. They also have classics today, and this was the one that I was this close, guys. I was this close to buying it, and that was Get a Life, Chloe Brown. This close, but I was like, you know, you're not going to read that now. Like, I know for a fact that I'm not going to read that in the next couple of months, probably, so don't buy it. I'm trying to be good. And then there were some Octavia Butler books in there. There was like Ready Player One. I saw some Zadie Smith. I'm just trying to think, like there was quite a few. Yeah, there was like quite a few like well-known books in there as well, and everything's £3. Like I said, sometimes they're hardbacks as well, which I think is like an absolute steal, brand new, you know. So that's that. I have been listening, and then when I sat down on the bench, I did physically read a little bit of The Lovely Bones. So I'm now about to start chapter 10. So I'm now on page 112, which I think is really, really good. And there are, how many pages are there? I didn't even check this today. There are, what's sticking together? 328. So yeah, I mean, I've done about a third, which I think is pretty good. I'm still kind of getting into the story. I think it's okay. Basically, I think it's an okay book, like a good book, but there's nothing like fantastic jumping out at me. But we're going to see how more it develops, and this afternoon I'm going to sit in the park and physically read the book, so that might change things a little bit. in terms before the coffee gets cold, I'm on page 158, so I've just started the last section, which is the married couple. I'm sure it's a married couple. And yeah, so I have less. Oh, I have like 40-ish pages. Like, that's gonna get done so quickly. That'll be done, and then I can focus on the lovely bones. So yeah, I'm gonna eat lunch. And do I read, or do I might just pop in like a booktube video, because I've been so bad of watching booktube over the last couple of months. So I think I might do that, because it's not gonna take me long to eat this. And yeah, that's it. That's my updates. And I will, like I said, I'm gonna go to the park afterwards and read, and I will update you with my reading. And guys, oh, the wind blew the windows shut. This is from Lidl, and this is such a good like peri peri mayonnaise, guys. Recommend. Anyway, I'll catch up with you later. So guys, I have just finished before the coffee gets cold, and yeah, I really enjoyed it. So it is now, let me just quickly say, it's like 25 to 3, yeah, 25 to 3, I don't know why that's so difficult in my head. 25 to 3, which means I have about 6 hours left. Now, as you can see, I've obviously not went out to park yet because it was a little bit windy. So I thought I'll finish this, I don't have to carry an extra book with me, and then I'm gonna go. It looks like it's slightly less windy now, so I'm gonna give it a go and go to the park and see how it goes, so I can sit and read the lovely bones outside. But yes, I've just finished this. So I've just finished this. Now, normally I don't like to rate books immediately unless it was like 5 stars and like, you know, amazing, wow, I'll automatically know, or like I completely hated it. Anything in between, I don't normally rate it straight away. I try and let it sit in my mind a little bit, and I definitely want to try and give you my final rating by the end of this vlog, but I'm thinking 3.5, but I need to let it sit with me just a little bit, because I think I gave the first one 4 stars. I still enjoyed this one, but I don't think it is quite as good as the first one. That's why I'm thinking 3.5. Yeah, I liked that you saw somebody go into the future this time in this one. At least one of the stories, we saw somebody go into the future. People always go to the past because they obviously want to try and fix something in the past, or have some sort of like conversation that they never got to have in the past, you know, the regrets, etc. So I thought it was really interesting having one where we saw somebody go into the future and the reasons for that as well. People don't normally do it because also you're never guaranteed that that person is going to be there in the future in the cafe. It's like an unknown, you know. So yeah, I like that we had that this time. Again, I liked how it ended. What happened that last story, don't want to say too much because, you know, giving away things, spoilers. But I did enjoy it. I do believe that there's a third one, but it's not translated to English yet. But yeah, I think there is a good, quick, short read. I love a good piece of translated fiction, and like I said, yeah, I'm thinking 3.5 because I didn't like it quite as much as the first one, but I'm enjoying it. But I'm gonna, yeah, go to the park, sit outside, and get on with reading Lovely Bones. So actually, let me check the audiobook. So like I said, I have approximately 6 hours left. So according to the audiobook, it is there's 7 hours 37 minutes left of time. However, I have been listening to it 1.75 speed as I was walking around, but once I sit down and physically have it in my hands, I can listen to it at least 2 times the speed. So that gives me extra time, guys. That actually gives me time to like not read, or to read a little bit of something else within these 24 hours. Can you believe it, guys? I'm like so proud of myself. Like, I feel like I'm reading so much. And actually, having said that, I'm gonna do a little tally of pages read. So give me a moment. I read 65 pages of The Winter Knot last night, and then of The Coffee Gets Cold, it was 192 pages, and I've read 112 of The Lovely Bones so far. So that's a total of 369 pages read so far, which I think is fantastic. Really good. And we're going to finish The Lovely Bones, and we will see how much pages that I have at the end of this 24 hours. Stop talking I'm gonna get my shoes on, get my things together, and off to the park we go. Okay, I finished this 1 minute ago, so 5 minutes to spare before the 24 hours are up. I did it. I finished it, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit distracted by TikTok earlier, and that's why I was down to the last few minutes. But in total, before I get into like thoughts and feelings, etc., in total, I read 585 pages, if I calculate that correctly. So that's amazing. I'm happy. I achieved everything that I set out to do, so that is amazing and fantastic for me. Okay, Lovely Bones, literally just finished it. And despite what I said earlier about I normally need some time to think about it, for me this definitely is a 3-star. And I've decided to go with 3.5 for The Coffee Gets Cold Tales from the Cafe, but this is 3 stars. I thought it was well written, I enjoyed it, but it's nothing like I'm never gonna reread it, you know. But I enjoyed it. It's not a bad book. I enjoyed it, but I don't see myself ever rereading it, which when it's 4 stars and above, that's when I tend to do rereads when I have time. So yeah, I'm thinking 3 stars. And I did enjoy like the development of like all the characters, and how Susie kind of watched everything unfold from like her like heaven, watching how it impacted her family and friends, and then how things changed and developed over some years. It keeps going on. So I thought, yeah, it was really well developed characters, kind of find out about everything that happened, and yeah, it was a different ending than what I was expecting. But yeah, I did enjoy it. I thought it was a good book, and yeah, 3 stars. So my first Rory Gilmore book of the year completed, finally. It's only taken me 3 months. And yeah, so we've gotten a little bit more headway on the March TBR. I'm obviously not going to finish my March TBR this month, but you know, at least I got those books done, because otherwise it was going to be really, really, really bad, guys. It was going to be really bad, but this has been fun. I've enjoyed doing a 24-hour readathon. I haven't done this, like I said, in a year. And yeah, so let me know if you've read any of these books, what you thought of them, and do you challenge yourself to these types of things as well? And yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!